Hi. Today is the 7th of Teves Tafshin Ayin Hey, and we pick up with our shir in Shabbos on Nun Daled Amid Beis from the Mishnah 2 lines down. It says the Mishnah. Ein chamor yotze b'mardas b'zman she'eino kashura lo. A donkey can't go out with his saddle when it's not tied onto him. V'lo b'zug, and not with a bell. Afal pish he pakok, even if the clapper's on it. V'lo b'sulam shebet savaro, and not with a ladder on its neck. V'lo b'ritzua sheberaglav, and not with a strap between its legs. V'ein hatarnagolim yotze b'chutem, and a chicken can't go out with its strap. Lo b'ritzua sheberaglehem, and not with its strap on its legs. V'ein zacharim yosin ba'gala, and the male rams can't go out with a wagon. Shetahei shetachas ha'aliyah shelahem, that's under their tail. V'ein harachelim yotze chanunos, and the female rams can't go out with the chanunos. V'ein ha'egel yotze begimon, and a calf can't go out with a gimon. V'lo para be'or hakoifer, and a cow can't go out with a porcupine skin. V'lo b'ritzua shebein karnea, now with the strap between its horns. Paraso shel Rebbe Eliezer ben Azariah haisa yatsa b'ritzua shebein karnea shelo b'ratzon achamim, and the cow, Rebbe Eliezer ben Azariah, went out with the strap between its horns, which was against the will of the Hachamim. Says the Gemara, my taima, what is the reason that saddle is not allowed? Kid Amran, like we already said, that it's considered like clothing. V'lo b'zug, afal pi shehu pakak, and not with a bell, even if it's clapped. Mishum demixi keman de'izol lehinga, because it looks like it's going to the shuk to be sold. V'lo b'sulam shebet savaro, and not with a ladder on its neck. Amar Rav Huna beilua, that's tied to its jaw. Lamai avdile. So why do they do that? Lahecha de isle maka de lo chader heichbe, because if it has a wound, we don't want it to scratch it. Says the more later. The lober it's to a shabaraglav, and not with a strap between its legs. The avdi that says the Gemara, the avdile the gizra, that this is to prevent it from knocking its knees while it walks. Says the Gemara weiter. And the chickens can't go out with these strings. Says the Gemara, The avdile simana, that makes it a simon, kihechi de lo lichlafo, in order that they shouldn't get confused. Says the Gemara weiter, v'lo sua, and not with a strap. The avdile ki hechi the lol is borrow money. This is to stop it from breaking vessels. Says the more weiter, v'ein zacharim yosim be'agala, and the rams can't go out with this wagon. Kihehi the lo chatmin, so you lo chamtin alaise. So that this prevented it from getting wounded on the ground. V'ein harachelim yotze chanunos, and the females can't go out with these chanunos. Yosef Rav Acha Bar Ula Kameya de Rav Chizda, the Yosef Ka'amar, and he said, Misha shegozazin oisa toimnin la, toimnin la azak b'shemen u'menichan la al parchasa kedei shelo titstonen. That when they shear sheep, they soak a tuft in oil, and they put on its forehead so it shouldn't get cold. Amrli Rav Chizda said, Rav Chizda im kain asisa mar ukva. That is it shaykh that we show concern for mar ukva, but not for a sheep? El Yosef Rav Papa Bar Shmuel Kameya to Rav Chizda Yosef Kameya B'Shas Shekaras Liyalid Toimnin La Shnei Izkin Shel Shamin U'Menichan La Echad Al Parchasav Echad Al Harechem Kedei Shis Chamamim. That when the sheep give birth, then they put these tufts soaked in oil on its forehead and womb to keep it warm. Amar Rav Nachman im kain asisa yalta, you're making it like yalta. Ela Amar Rav Huna eitz echad yesh bekarchi hayam. The Chanun Shmo. That this is a wood called Chanun, which is found in the islands. Mavian kisem u'menichan lo bechutma kedei shetis ashes v'yafla darnei rosha, and you put it in their nose in order to sneeze and make them get the worms out of their heads. Says the Gemara, Ihachi zacharim nami. Why don't we do the same thing for the males? Kivan Diman gache zacharim behadadi memela naflim. Since they butt each other, so they come out on their own. Shimon Nazira Amar Kisma Deritma that you use a chip of risma, which is some kind of wood that makes hot coals. Bishlema Rav Huna Hainu Diktani Hanunos. It makes sense that Rav Huna, that why it's called Hanunos. El Rabbanan my Hanunos. According to the Rabbanan, why is it called Hanunos? Answer the Gemara, Dav Dinan Lahu Nosa de Mirachim Alayhu. The answer to the Gemara that this is merciful Chanun, a merciful, which is where the word Chanun comes from, merciful thing to do. Ve'ein ha'egel yotze begimon, and a calf can't go out with a gimon. Asks the Gemara, my egel begimon, what does that mean? Amar Rav Huna bar Nira, Amar Eliezer, my mashma, what's the mashmos here? The high gimon lishna the mekif. That is the connotation of bending. Says the pasuk, Cholkov ke'agmon rosho. It says it more weiter. V'lo v'para be'ora koifer. And a cow can't go out with the skin of this hedgehog. The avdi la kihechi de lo lematsuye ya'ali. That they put it over its udders so that the porcupines will not suckle. V'lober tzua sheben karnea, and not with a strap between its horns. Ila rav bein lenoi bein leshomer aser. If we're going according to Rav, whether it's for beauty or to guard it, it's aser. Ila shmuel lenoi aser leshomer mutter. If it's for beauty, then it's aser. If it's protected, it's mutter. Continues the Gemara. Parasa shel Rav Eliezer ben Azariah, that it went out with this strap tied between its horns, shelo baratzon nechamim. Asks the Gemara, v'chada para havale, he only had one cow. Va'amar Rav va'amri la, Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav, Tresar alfe egle chave. He had 12,000 cows. Meiser Rav Eliezer ben Azariah me Adreya kol shasa v'shasa, and he would meiser them from his flock every year. Tana lo shelo haisa, that we're teaching is not his. Ela shel shleinaso haisa, it was his neighbors. Mutok shelo michaba nikras al shmo, because he didn't protest against it, it was called on his name. Rav v'Rav Chanina v'Rav Yochanan v'Rav Chaviva masnu bekula the Seder Moed, that they taught all of Seder Moed, that kol kihai zuga chalufe Rav Yochanan uma'al Rav Yochanan. And some say that you take out Rav Yochanan and say Rav Yonasan. The kumish aser efshar lemicho machos la'anshe beis. So anyone who has the possibility of protesting against their family, v'lo micha, and doesn't, nitbas al anshe beiso, is taken to judgment like their family. B'anshe iro nitbas al anshe iro, and on the members of the city, he's taking into judgment on the members of the city. But kula olam kulo nitbas al kula olam kulo, and on the whole world, he's taking the judgment on the whole world. Amar of Papa, v'hani debei Rav Reish Galusa nitpaso al kula olama, that the house of Reish Galusha is taken to task on the whole world. Kihad Amar of Chanina Maidakasa, the pasuk says Hashem mishpat yavo im zikne amo v'sharov. The Hashem brings judgment to the elders with them and the masters, and the im sarim chato, if the generals were sinning, zakenim machato, that were the elders sinning, ela ema al zakenim shalomicha besarim, that the elders were not protesting against the actions of the generals. And that concludes our shir for Nun Dalet Amid Beis. We'll pick up our shir b'siyata d'shmaya next time on Nun Hey Amid Aleph.